on, man. So I don't need none of that.
Have you tried it live on YouTube?
We live on YouTube.
Well, I was just about to suggest that, but that's it. That's perfect.
That's exactly what I just flipped over to just to see if it will go there.
Well, YouTube's not bad.
All right.
It's on YouTube right now.
Wow. So this is
all right.
All right, y'all. So look, we came together. I got this group right here, this group of 4 guys, man. These guys I got a lot of respect for. These guys are doing some phenomenal things with group economics, network marketing, affiliate marketing, and they are here to dispel the myth.
Hang on.
All up in the diatribe and getting it, just getting it.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so, okay, everybody. So I'm Ronald Coleman, the chef, continuously helping everyone to freedom. I have 4 guys with me today that I've had the pleasure of working with for a few years now. These guys are doing some amazing things with economics and affiliate marketing and also network marketing. And what they're doing now, they're going to show you guys how it's a myth that only people at the top make the money. And we're also coming to you to talk about opportunities and how you shouldn't say no to what you don't, KNOW. All right, so who wants to start? Should we start with the retiree who actually used this to retire? Mr. Ron Morgan or Mr. K1?
Hello, everyone. My name is Ron Morgan, and I've been doing network marketing for about 5 years now, tried at different companies and stuff like that. And what I'm into now is I don't have to store any inventory. I don't have to deal with any cash or anything. I just direct people to my website, and I make money just by people, signing in to my website and looking around. So I mean, that's just my experience with network marketing. Somebody else want to take over?
Question for you. Hold on, Hayward. Let me ask Ron a question. So before you got into whatever it is that you're doing now, you had a conventional 9 to 5, correct?
Yeah, there were 12-hour shifts. Yeah.
Okay. So on your 9 to 5, did it position you to make money while you were asleep, or did it allow you to will your job to your family if something were to happen to you?
That would be a negative. No, I pretty much live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, yeah, when I retired from the company, there was nothing there for my son and, or my family or anything. It was like when I left, that was it. I'm done with them. So there was no future once I left. So yeah, I didn't make money in my sleep, like I do now.
You're probably making money right now and don't even know it.
Don't even know it.
Yep.
All right, Hayward, I see you were going to chime in next, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just, gonna drop my 2 cents in. Hayward Johnson, former ATM technician, former truck driver, former security officer. I've served in the Army. I've done a lot of things, since what, for my 38 years in life. I've how can I put this in words? I've joined network marketing a long time ago, and I didn't really give it a serious thought. I mean, I played around in it, I've done in this business, that business. I'm not gonna name drop and everything, but you know, once you're out there in the waters and you hear it, you get the taste of it, you get to see it from other people's standpoint. You want it as well, you know, and that's what I wanted. And I've always had a job throughout my lifetime, and I've always wanted that freedom to be able to come and go as I please. But I guess it really wasn't until, you know, I had my second daughter and my marriage that I'm currently in now that I actually started taking it more serious about wanting to be free, wanting to be around my children, wanting to be forever young. Because you know the job's gonna beat the mess out of me, man. You know, I figured that, you know, I almost lost my life going to combat. Why not come home and try something different? Why not try to get my life? You know, try to make something of it. And being in this company, being in this industry is actually giving me the opportunity to learn more about myself, to give myself the reading material with the support of people who actually do have a positive outlook on life and do have a positive outlook for my well-being mentally, given through what I've been through. You know, this network marketing is not a scam. That's not the scam. The scam is getting up every day in the morning when we don't want to get up to go to a place where we don't want to go to and be with people who we don't want to be with. You know, I love waking up with being here with my kids and, you know what I'm saying, just being able to drive when we want to drive and eat where we want to eat and sleep when we want to sleep. You know, it's all about what goes in here that makes a difference. You know, I love this industry and I'm so thankful that I'm actually, you know, took the time to take it serious. And I'm grateful for the gentleman that I see here before me on this great panel. And you know, we get to chop it up and wrap it up and see what's going to happen tonight. That's it.
Real quick before we pass the ball, I got a question. For you, Hayward.
No.
So now, and it's gonna be a personal question, man. So it may be a little tear jerker for you, but you know, let's be upfront with people. Now, Hayward's son was diagnosed with cancer, and he's what, 6, correct, Hayward?
6, yep.
6. Okay, so Hayward, when he was working his regular job, would not have been able to be there for his son through that entire ordeal. He was there with his son every day. Did not miss a paycheck. Didn't have to call and say, is it okay if I go and be with my child who needed him at the time? You know, when his family needed him, he was able to just go. Yeah. So basically what I was getting to is, Hayward, since you know you had that ordeal go on, how do you feel now about being your own boss?
Oh, it's definitely giving me the foundation and the pillars to continue to push through the no's and to get to my yeses. You know, I don't even know how to explain it. I would have been fired if they would have told me that I can't go see my son or be around my son. You know what I'm saying? Going through his radiation treatments and oh no. I look, I'll work with you, but my children, my legacy, my livelihood come first. And networking and learning the business and learning how to actually be around and talk to people and get a structure, because this is what I'm going to leave for them anyway. You know, this is theirs. Sure, I'm gonna party it up while I got it. You know what I'm saying? While they young, I'm gonna have to party it up for them. But when all said and done, I'm leaving this for them. You know, I can't imagine somebody telling me no, you can't go to the hospital when your son's having treatment. I dare you. I dare you to tell me no. But that's why I'm glad I'm here. That's why I'm glad I got this phenomenal thing that we're doing. And then how we trying to reach so many people and do the same thing. It could be done. It could be done. I'm just an ordinary man who just, you know, decided to change things, to take the time to read, to take the time to watch videos, to take the time to learn and to listen to people who actually spit in the truth. But, you know, people, they say they're lying to them. They're not lying to you. You just have to find the right mentors, find the non-fake people who are not trying to use and abuse you. There are people out there that can do that. There are people out here who just want to help and see people succeed. You know, we just we got to get past it. We got to get past the exterior ourselves. We got to get past everything, and we will get to where we need to be at. That's it, family.
So I'm glad that you said that about fake teachers. Robert Kiyosaki has a great audio and a great book called Fake. Man, if you can, you need to take a look at that or take a listen to it. Whichever way you can get it, that thing is powerful. All right, so now back to where we were. Anybody else want to, give a little bit or say something? Dirk, hey, I'm sorry, Braden.
I could say something right now. Derek Taylor, Maryland. I knew Ronald way back in there, so we go way back, man. We go back to our old job. I'm not going to disclose that company, but yeah, we go back to the backbreaking days. Yeah, but my whole thing about doing this, man, it's not even about the MLM. It's not about the affiliate marketing. It's just about helping people that need help. Plain and simple, point blank. Helping people that need help. And most of the people, I started to say, and I'm going to be straight up, most of the people that need help don't know they need help. You put opportunity in the face. Everybody's so scared about new things coming around. Everybody's so scared about what if this, what if that, they're following this and following that. We got to get out that mindset. Agreed? No. You know what I'm saying? We got to get out that mindset.
Yep,
Technology and change is not going to wait for you. I'm telling y'all right now. You said Brayden, you said we're on YouTube, right?
We are live on YouTube.
I'm telling you, if you're on YouTube and you're watching this, technology and change does not wait for nobody. Nobody. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to change whether you like it or not. If you're not ready for that change, stand by. Network marketing, like Hayward said, network marketing is not just pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes. It's not just everybody trying to look out, trying to get rich for themselves and stuff like that. No, this network, MLM, affiliate marketing, group economics. If done right, you can change your community. If done right, you could change the nation. If done right, you can change the world. That's real talk.
Look at Amway.
Amway messed it up for everybody. You know that, right?
We say we're not name dropping, but the only reason why I'm saying that Amway was the first $1 billion company in the US.
I was a distributor.
Okay, see, and it's not so much as they were the first network marketing, they were the first business. That means out of Sears, out of Walmart, all of them. Amway, which is a network marketing company, was the first $1 billion company. So it works. It definitely works. Braden, you want to share a little bit with us, man, about you?
Hey, I'll piggyback on that one. Braden Colding Sr., Manassas, Virginia. Man, I'm the second oldest one on this panel, so I've got a lifespan at 51. And shout out to Brother Hayward, who did his time in the Army. Of course, I had to wait for him to grow up. He didn't want to come to the real man's force and be a Marine, but we'll leave that alone.
God. I will get you your graduation box of crayons later.
But ever since I've been working, I started my first job. I was about 13 years old, DC. Marion Barry had a youth summer employment program, which I took part of, and you had to be a minimum of 13 years old.
SYEP.
And that was my first official paycheck job that I had, and then I was buffing floors at Lincoln Junior High School. In this junior high school, no AC, in the heat, for 8 hours a day. I knew there had to be something better than this. I knew it. I just knew it. But I did the slop bucket, I did the mop bucket, I did the clear bucket, I ran the buffer, I did all those things, but I knew there had to be something different. Everybody that I knew had a job and nobody had any money. So I get the bright idea, fell in love with the Marine Corps at 8, decided to join the Marine Corps. Found that I was making less money in the Marine Corps than I was mopping the floors in that junior high school at 13 years old. But they fed me and they gave me a place to stay. I still knew something wasn't right. But I did what I was taught. I followed the educational path, and then I ran through job after job after job after job. I dabbled with the big A. I dabbled with some network marketing companies. But what I found out was without the proper leadership, I had no idea what I was doing. So to me, it didn't work. March 26th of 2020 was my freedom day. That's when my job decided to call me in the office and tell me that, hey, because of this coronavirus pandemic, we're going to have to put you on a furlough. We're not terminating your employment, but right now we're just terminating your hours and your pay. That was, it shook me a couple of seconds. I'm thinking like a couple people started behind me and they still here and I'm not. Okay, whatever the case may be. But the light bulb came on. For 3 years, Karatbars has put money into my account on a MasterCard that I've been able to use to pay my bills. I've been able to use to do my indulgence. I've been able to just handle those little pop-up emergencies that show up. And I've been praying for time to be free so that I could work this thing to my fullest potential. To give Karatbars 10 hours a day like I gave my dealership and watch the results. And so there's no panic for me. I'm enjoying being at home. I get annoyed by hearing my boys fuss over playing the Xbox. Who spent 2 hours and 3 minutes versus the other one spending 2 hours and 1 minute. And those are things that, you know what, it drives me crazy, but how many days of that did I miss? How many times did I have a chance to stop? How many times did I miss being able to stop and interject and interact and teach my kids? And so I'm so thankful for what this business is doing by giving me that time to be home. And my next mission is to get my wife free so that she don't have to go anywhere. Then our boys are going to really hate us because we're going to be around the house 24/7. But for those of you who tried something, for those of you who, you've been in one of those things before, you've done one of those things, you think about those things. Those things include, and I'm going to call some names out. I'm just going to say what they are. Those things include some of the biggest and most powerful companies that are on the planet as we speak. Mr. Coleman mentioned the Amway Corporation, $10 billion last year. But that's one of those things. That's one of them gotcha things. No, it's not. It's legitimate business. It's a legitimate e-commerce company. It has its own products. It has its own services. It's a legitimate company. Mary Kay, it's a legitimate company. Founded in the garage by a woman who was tired of being downcast as a woman. She figured I'd teach other women to sell these products. They keep some of the profit. I keep some of the profit. Multi-billion-dollar corporation. So these things that you all are running from and scared of because you got into some fly-by-night juice company or pill company that didn't last, that's not the end-all be-all. There's more to this world than what your limited view has seen. And if you stop looking for something, if you stop investigating something, one of the brightest things I've ever heard in my life was condemnation without investigation is the highest form of ignorance. You're positioning yourself to remain in the place that you were in. You give yourself no opportunity to grow. I'd rather research 5 million things and find one of them to be true and profitable than to not do any research and be complacent and just stuck with this is my lot in life. My mama was broke, my daddy was broke, my granddaddy was broke, my great granddaddy was broke, I'm gonna be broke. No, somebody has to stop that cycle. And I don't care. I'm 51 years old. If it takes me to 81 years old in this business to break that cycle so that my kids don't ever have to worry about that kind of a lifestyle, that's what I commit the rest of my life to.
Hey, can you share this on Facebook?
I just tried to share it. I put it
Okay.
on my
Well,
feed, but I don't know. I don't know if
yeah,
anybody.
I've already posted the link on my page. So if you go to my page, you'll see a YouTube link.
All
It
right,
should pull you right in. I did it on my iPad.
that's a bet. All right. So now, were you done, Brad?
Yeah, I can cut it off there because just the thought of this, man. I'm thinking about Mr. Delco's son this morning and what he spoke about on the power call. About what he went through. We're talking now a double amputee didn't take the business serious, but his father built a business and had a business growing under his feet. And now he doesn't have to worry about anything. His mission now is to help everybody. I said it earlier in our private session. Our job is to love everyone, help them break this cycle of debt, help them break this cycle of poverty, help them add some stability to their lives and their children's lives. But we're going to wait on no one. So if you don't want to join us, hey, you can't say we ain't tell you. You can't say we didn't put the information out there. You scroll down my Facebook page, you will see 90% of what I post is carrot bars and anybody who's sharing carrot bars. I'm calling names. I'm just going to be straight up and real with you. I wasted so much time in my life. I screwed up 2 years of this business trying to please a job. But when you pray for something and you ask God to show you something and he delivers it to you, you can't be in your own head and go, nah, I'm good. You just asked for it. Here it is. Take a look at it. What's the worst you can do? End up with an appreciating asset, some gold? Oh, even worse than that. You signed up for free with something that you don't use. Like some of y'all have MySpace that y'all ain't been on in 9 years, but you signed up for it and it was free. Some of you on Black Planet, you signed up for it 12 years
God,
ago.
you
You
with
ain't
Black
been on
Planet.
it. You ain't been on it in 12 years, but you signed up for free. What did you lose? So if somebody is offering you this information, sign up for free. And then if you want to spend the next 3 years doing research, research it. But don't research for 3 years and then sign up.
Yeah,
That's like
their excuse then will be, oh man, you got in early. Had I got in early, I would have missed.
Hey, and that was your choice. Brad, I told you, yo.
You said something, man. You was talking about doing research and people doing like 50 million things to get to that one. It almost kind of reminded me of school. We have to go, obviously, elementary, middle, and high school. We obviously got to do those. But what keeps people going through college and doctorate, masters and MBAs and associates and bachelor? What keeps people going through that? They see the vision for what the job of the future or the career of the future. It's the same thing with networking. It's the same thing with finding the right business. Even as friends, finding the right friends. You're gonna go through things in life. You don't find that one friend and be like, oh man, did me wrong, man. I ain't messing with nobody else in the life. We don't do that. But when it comes to networking and networking and this industry and doing this thing, it's like, oh, it's one of those things. It's kind of crazy that it's like what Mr. Best be saying. It's the programming that they fed us all these years and make it think that network marketing is bad. Living for yourself or trying to live for yourself is bad. You know, trying to do better for yourself is bad. Trying to have a business is bad. But then all the tax codes and everything's written for people for businesses.
For businesses. Hey, well, I'm gonna piggyback you on that one. I'm gonna ask a simple question. If anyone watching this has ever told somebody about a restaurant, yo,
Man,
you
go
got
check right down the
you
street.
got
They got the best burgers, baby.
you got to go to Yums and get the wings and mambo sauce.
You got to go to RSB and get them lemonades, baby.
You ever told somebody about a movie? You ever told somebody about a cruise ship? You ever told somebody about a flight that was cheaper on another airline? You ever told somebody about the shirt you wore, where you got it from, the pants you wore, where you got it from?
The bank that saved you $50 for signing up.
You have networked that particular item and or product to a person,
You've been paid for it.
but you've never gotten paid for it.
Never got paid for it.
Yep. Now I wanna go to another subject, but let me just drop something real quick about me. All right. So for like Dirk said, he and I go way back from another company that he and I worked for. So I worked for that company for it was 13 years. I gave him 13 years of my life. I missed all of my boys play football. I missed so many games. I missed PTA. I missed oh my goodness. I missed birthdays. I missed Christmas. I missed a whole lot of things. I missed a lot of that growing up because I was always at work. Now my oldest son had gotten into some trouble, and his parent, which was me, because he's single father, his parent had to show up to get him back in school. They would not let me off. They knew I had to get off to get my son back in school, and they sent me with someone who was working overtime that day. And I told them I needed to get off. I had to call my mother. Luckily, my mother was on the list as a parent. So she went in and she got my son back in school. Strike one for me. That's right there. I'm like, okay, I always knew it was something better for me. So move forward. I met my wife. Well, at the time, she and I were still just getting to know each other. And everybody on here know how much I love to cook. You know, a lot of people, they cook to live. I live to cook. So I was talking to her, and she could see the toll that the job was taking on me. I mean, from the point to my knees were always hurting. My shoulders were hurting. My back was hurting. I mean, I was always in pain. And she knew I wanted to cook. She knew I wanted a food truck. I wanted to do a food truck. She said, why don't you just pray? This is her exact words. Pray and ask God, where is it that you're supposed to be? And this is no lie. I did exactly what she said. And you know how they say, be careful what you wish for because you just may get it. So I said, I was like, okay, so, all right, so we got this food truck. And that first month, we made some good money. I was like, I wonder how far I could take this if I didn't have to work. It's like, hey, I wish I didn't have to come to work. My shoulder went completely dead. I tore the rotator cuff at work. Ended up getting a month off. I was like, okay, that month that I was off dealing with the pain, I made more money in that month than I made in the year working with overtime. I said, if I could do that in a month, imagine if I had 2 months off. 2 months turned into 3 years that I was off on short term. So finally, let me show you how much they care about me. Not one of them called and asked how I was doing. I got a letter, not a phone call, a letter. If you do not return, October 20th, 2017 will be your last day. Went to my doctor, said, hey, I need to go back to work. His response was no. I said, I've been off for 3 years. He said, your shoulder is not healed. He said, your back is getting worse. You go back to that job, you'll be in a wheelchair. He said, I'm not signing off for you to go back to work. So October 20th came. I got another letter stating in 30 days, you can withdraw your 401k. You can't touch it for 30 days. My 401k, this about to mess y'all up. In 13 years, I had only gotten to $200,000. In 30 days, it was 60.
60 what?
Yeah.
60 what?
It went from 200 to 60,000 in 30 days. The market crashed. As soon as I was able to pull that 60 out, I pulled it out. We paid, did what I needed to do. We got the food truck. We got another food truck. Look, let me tell you like this, dude. I was making, between my wife and myself, we were over 100,000 a year working. With the food truck, we were probably over that in 2 months. We were working 4 days a month. So that shows you we were pumping with the food truck. Now, got introduced to network marketing again. I got burned the first opportunity. Hey, you remember that one. Brad, I think you were there with us too. Yeah, you were with us too on that one. The company took our money. Just straight, hey, y'all do this, we're gonna do this. Gave us nothing. We all had money sitting there that they would not let us touch. We got introduced to another opportunity. Flat out, I told my guy, I said, man, I'm not doing it. I said, the gold thing, love it. Glad we'll save gold. He said, you're going to do it. Nah, I'm not going to do it. Yes, no. We went back and forth for about 30 seconds. Finally, he said, man, watch the video. And I said, I'll watch the video, but I'm telling you right now, I ain't doing it. So as he was hanging up, he said, yes, you are, and hung up. You know, this thing right here, we don't even have a food truck anymore. So to move away from something that I was making more in about 3 months, I'm say 3 months. I was making more in 3 months than my wife and I combined made in a year. To just do this opportunity that we're doing full time, that ought to tell you something. I wake up when I get ready. If any of our kids, 6 of them, she had 2, I have 4. I got all boys, she has a boy and a girl. So we have 6 kids, 6 grandkids. Anybody call and say it's a play, it's a school outing, we don't miss it now. The only way that we're missing it now is because of the coronavirus. You know, everything's shut down right now. Everything is shut down. But our MasterCard, there's money on it every Friday. Now, another thing that I want to talk to you guys about when we was talking about the group economics, the way that the world is moving, we're moving to cryptocurrency. A lot of people are afraid of cryptocurrency. Now, here's a true story. Everybody on here know my story with cryptocurrency. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm crying for you.
No, I'm shaking my head because I want to hear it again.
He gonna make me drink.
Hey, look, I would keep. Hey, look, man, we doing this thing. We keeping it real. I was one of the first Bitcoin holders. I had no idea what Bitcoin was. Knew nothing about it. Played a video game on my phone. I wanted to learn how to play poker. They said sign up, get 200,000 free Bitcoin. Bet. Free money, play money. If I lose it, so what? Get on there. I'm playing. I don't know what I'm doing. I played that game for probably about 3 months. I still don't know how to play poker. But I won. Apparently, I was doing something right. Started out with 200,000 free Bitcoin. 3 months, I was up to 1.7 million Bitcoins. I got bored with the game and deleted the game. 1.7. Really, Dirk?
Yeah.
I got 1.7 million Bitcoin floating around.
Man.
But here's the sad part. Once it's deleted, it's gone. There's no getting it back. So I dove into cryptocurrency hard. My wife was the one who brought to my attention what I had. She asked me had I ever heard about Bitcoin. At the time, it was $400 a coin. I knew nothing about it. She showed me the little symbol of Bitcoin. Man, we were in the parking lot at the Safeway. I slammed on the brakes, started hollering and screaming, I got it. I got some of that. I got some of that. Couldn't find a phone. Had I found a phone that it was on, you know, Google stores a log of games that you download.
Not back then.
And I found that phone. Yeah, this would be completely different. Well, this will still be here, but I'll be somewhere else. But couldn't find the phone, couldn't get into the Google account, none of that. Couldn't remember none of that. So I'm saying this, people, the world is ever changing. People were afraid when they went from money to checks. They were afraid when they went from checks to credit card. They're going from credit card to cryptocurrency now. What's that, 1.7 million Bitcoin, Brad? Really?
Did he just do that, bro?
Oh man. Oh man.
Did he just do that?
I got the phone covering my face because I'm ready to cry for him, dog.
And how much is that right now in USD?
So, you really want to convert it right now?
No, please don't.
This mother. You see? Stop.
Is that billion?
Yes.
Yeah, that was 11.6 billion.
This man's a billionaire right now, dog.
No, that's a multi-billion. There's 2 digits in it. Not just keeping it like that.
That's why I'm bald.
Dude, I can't.
He just showed his God.
So
All right.
now, think about this, and this is why when Ron speaks crypto, I listen. You think about this. Bitcoin right now is about $6,700 a coin.
Yeah.
What would that number have been when it hit $20,280 a coin?
It was close to 40 billion.
So now when we speak cryptocurrency, for those who are watching and those who are listening, you can see the future of what that money is and can bring. Ron had almost 200 in his 401k and dropped to 60 because of the stock market crash. I personally lost over 6 figures in that crash. I thought I was being smart, and the next crash in 12 hit me again and took 60% more of that money. My first 401k was started back in 1994 at a company called Paralyzed Veterans of America. So I've been invested since 2000, and that money just had a chance to run and run and run and run. When I realized I still had that account working at my dealership, I watched the track record of that stock. And between 2000 and 2010, when I saw it, it did this. At 8, it did this. At 9 and 10, it did this. At 12, it dropped off the daggone map. So when I finally thought about actually grabbing it, out of over $200,000, I had $26,000 I could pull out.
But here's the thing. They tax you and they penalize you if you're not a certain age to take your own money. That's your money.
I got the check. I got 15.3 out of 23.
The smartest one on this panel was Ron Morgan.
I was pretty lucky with my 401k. I learned a while back, took classes and stuff on how to buy stocks and options and stuff and Forex. So I watched my 401k every single day. I would log into it and I would follow the trend. And if back in 08, when people lost 50, 60% of their money, I think I lost 9%. I put it all in a neutral, safe place. And I told everybody I worked with to do the same thing. They all did it, and they thanked me as we rode out 08 into 09 and stuff, and we got back in and rode it back up. You know, they all thanked me many times because they didn't lose nearly what the nation people lost in their 401k. You know, so a little knowledge goes a long way, but I spent a long time training on how to read charts and stuff for the stock market. So,
And see, folks, that's what we're here for. You can look on the screen and you can see the different age groups and backgrounds that that come together as a collective. And when we come together as a collective to work in group economics, we can win. We can survive. As Mr. Morgan mentioned, his people listened to him, and they all were able to weather the storm. Who are you listening to? Who will you listen to? You're looking at 4 free people who don't get up tomorrow morning and have to go to work. Oh, there's 5 of us now.
Wait, Dirk. No, Dirk. Well, see, Dirk, he could be, but Dirk loves to do what he's doing.
Right.
He has 7 more. He's going to give him that. And during the course of this next 7, he's going to be a complete jerk.
So, folks, you're looking at 4 people who don't have to get tomorrow morning at punch o'clock. Tomorrow morning, I'll wake up with my eyes open. If I if I get to bed early enough, I'll get up and see my wife off to work, and I'll sit here with my boys, and I'll contact people. You may be on my list. Well, you are on my list. I just ain't got to you yet. But this is what freedom looks like. Not having the financial worries, not having the financial troubles, being able to do what it is that you need to do and do what you want to do when you want to do it. So my question is, who you listening to? You listen to your uncle that's been working on the same job for 25 years and you can't ask him for $200 because he got to wait till a Friday? He ain't got it. You listen to your broke girlfriend, your broke boyfriend, your broke sister, your broke cousin. The harsh reality of the American dream is if you have to go to work and sell your time for money, you're broke. Because the moment they stop you from selling your time, you're not getting any money.
Look, if you're watching this video, look at Richie Rich.
Richie Rich.
You don't even know what he has. This guy, by the time he's our age, will be somewhere on an island partying, just taking shots off of. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Pineapples.
This is my why. This is my why I do network marketing and stuff. There's 54 years difference between him and myself. And as he grows up,
you know what?
Hey.
As he grows up, I plan on being there for him, but because of the age, I may not be. I got to see to it that he is set financially. So, yeah, my wife just said her too. Set both of them up financially in case, age finally catches up to me and I expire. So this is my why, to see to it that he is set. Everything I build will become his one day. So
I heard a great man say that a man without a dream is a wandering generality. But I think that we were all born to be a meaningful specific. We have to be specific in what we want to do to help people. And you, go ahead, Ron.
I have an example back on our 401k that my 401k sent a representative to my company and they had a big room and everybody was in there and he was telling us is hold your account that it will recover. and he showed an example that if somebody had $10,000 and it went way down to like $2,000, but eventually 10 years later, it came back to $10,000. And I spoke up and said, that just wasted 10 years of my life. And I told him what I did. So I would have stayed at like that 9,500, for example. And then when it went down, I bought in. And by the time I got back to 10,000, I was much higher. And when we got up out of that meeting room, that class, 3-4 people came up to me and says, next time you see a trend where it's going to crash, he goes, here's my email, contact me.
Wow.
So that was, that was the 401k telling you buy and hold. And that doesn't work. It takes a long time out of your life to recover.
And so I had somebody else tell me something very similar to that very same thing.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, yo, I'm good. I got my 10,000 back. And so I had a simple question. Didn't you spend that 10 years trying to make a profit? Or was it just a generalization of breaking even?
That only works for the younger people. The older people don't have 10 years. The people 55 and older, I mean, by the time they get out of work, they did not recover their losses.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Had they moved it to a safe store of value, gold,
An appreciating asset.
they would be further along. Now, had they taken that whole, if they had $1,000 in their 401k, taking that whole $1,000, put it into gold when it was $300 an ounce, and they rode that wave, while the stock market is doing this, gold was still doing this.
Now, are you talking about people who are already savvy to this type of lingo, or are you talking about people in general? Because
not everybody is savvy to gold.
Okay.
Everybody thinks it's only good for electronics and jewelry.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's where knowledge is powerful. We have this thing called the World Wide Web. Look it up.
Oh man, I'd rather watch Game of Thrones, player.
You Google everything else. I mean, look. Okay, here's another example. All of us own cryptocurrency. We all know where it's going. All right. So they look at me when it comes to the cryptocurrency. What's the next move? Today alone, I earned 50,000 free coins. Just today.
I'm going to take 10% of that, please.
And you ain't telling nobody?
I made 50,000 coins today. Look, you can take a small investment if you're scared. Stick your toe in the water. Get with any of us. We'll show you how to take $25 in Ethereum, number 2 cryptocurrency. Make some money with it. Take that money that you made with that Ethereum and store it in gold and just hold it and watch your money grow and stay safe. Gold will never go to zero, ever.
Never.
It will never go to zero. You can take that Ethereum. Ethereum is going to be a currency soon. Bitcoin is going to be a currency soon. Get it now. You can get it while it's cheap. Ethereum is about a 164 per coin right now. You can buy pieces of it. You can use it to make money off of it. Your profit, you can take your profit, store your profit in gold, not in the bank. Store your profits in gold. And it's safe. And I don't mean ETFs. I mean physical gold that you can have delivered to your home.
I'm laughing because I hear questions in the back of my mind of people saying, Well, my kids can't eat the gold. What am I supposed to do with it?
Your kids can't eat the gold, but think about this. If you get the gold at a cheap price, by the time your kids get that gold, how much more is going to be worth? If you put $100 in the bank right now, 10 years from now, it's going to be $100. You put $100 into gold, 10 years from now, who knows where it's going to be? It won't be $100.
That will basically
$100.
that would basically buy you almost everything you need in the grocery store to feed them kids.
You could take that gold to a gold exchange place and get back more than what you actually paid for if you wait a few years versus gaining, what is it, 0.01% or something like that your savings account give you. Come on,
0.00613.
Yeah. Hello.
that's per BB&T as of this month.
Oh man. I don't know what USA is. I don't know.
0.00613.
We've been on this Zoom for a minute. I don't want to, overcook anybody grits. Anybody got anything else to say? We can wrap it up. We can come back, man. We can chop it up another time.
I want to do this one thing. I'm going to share the screen since we were actually talking about gold.
Okay.
So here we have a 10-year price history of gold per ounce.
Hey. I see something there, but okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to point out a couple of things. We were talking about when the crashes were happening, right?
Right.
We know 2008 there was a tech bubble that popped, caused a major crash. We can't see past 8. Housing bubble was 2012. And so you look at the trend between 2010 to the housing bubble, what happened to the price of gold? Gold almost touched $1,900 an ounce. With this current recession turning depression, we're going to enter a tech bubble, a stock market bubble, and a housing bubble at the exact same time. So whenever there's a bubble, this is what gold does. If you look at where we are right now in 2020, everything was calm, economy was good, yada, yada, yada. Hey, we printed a whole bunch of money, we rebounded really, really good. But as you see the economic trouble coming to the dollar, you see what happens to gold. So we're right back up here. So you think about those who got into the company a couple of years ago, you're getting gold at $1,100 an ounce.
Me?
Me. At the high in 2018, you were at 13 and change. $1,700 we have been over the past 3 days, 4 days. Your stock market portfolio has not given you a return of that big of a number in a year, let alone 1 week.
Look,
this is where companies stake their fortune right here. They put their cash into gold. So we as the average citizens need to stop doing what they tell us to do and do what they are doing.
Look at this, Brad. Okay, so it's telling you where to get gold from. J.M. Bullion. Okay. Listen to this. J.M. Bullion. If you go on there and you purchase their gold, there is a minimum of $300 right now. Without a statement, it's a minimum because the banks have bought up all the gold.
Yep.
And who we're with, Carrot Bars International.
Banks can't get ours.
You can get gold as cheap as $8, and there is no minimum. Well, I'm sorry, there is a minimum, $8.
$8.
No maximum.
$8. But a global reset is coming. I'm gonna end it with this because I know everybody got something to say with this. All right. coronavirus right now.
Global reset. Oh, sorry.
In order for them to do what it is that they need to do, there must be a global reset to move from paper currency to digital currency. Global reset. Who's going to take physical cash? Be it pesos, dollars, yen, whatever. After this coronavirus, who's going to want to touch it? They're telling you the coronavirus lives on these type things. If somebody comes to you and they try to pay you with a $10 bill, you can be like, I don't want that. That $10 is corona.
Don't you got Cash App, PayPal? Can you just go ahead and boop me?
You got
We going digital.
online, Uber Eats.
Hey, this right here.
It's right here.
Ron Morgan, Mr. K1. We call him
My
Mr.
brother.
for a reason. This phone, trust me, you want one. This phone is completely secure. Big brother can try all he wants to listen in. This is technology is growing. Privacy is the new order. Get you an Impulse K1. Man, reach out to any of us on this line. Man, let us show you how to take that cryptocurrency, make some money with it, take that money and store it into a safe value as gold. That's gold. Show you how to get one of these completely private phones. This is my wife's phone. The key is not in it. If I can turn her phone on, oh, is this my phone? This one of ours. This mine. Okay, this is my phone. Let me show you something.
Hey, baby.
My phone is completely locked. Even if I put my fingerprint on it, it's not going to work because I don't have my key. There's a key. Brad, you got your key? He put that key in, Brad, and show him what happens. Your screen went black. Oh, here it is. My fingerprint. I still can't use my phone. You need that key. Take that key out, Brad, and show him what happened. You squeezing the side, so you stop it. There it is. He can't do anything with his phone. Man, look, I don't even have. Let me try to get in. I can't even get in my phone. I can't even get in it now. Mr. K1 is another feature. This right here is my text messages. Nope, key in my hand. Put the key in. You can see my text messages. Take my key out. Good luck with getting in my phone. All right, y'all. I don't wanna overcook nobody grits. But you guys got anything you want to say before we wrap it up? We'll come back another day and talk some more. Any last words?
Stop being afraid of change.
Reach out to us. Let us help you. Again, we can help you acquire Ethereum. Take that Ethereum, double, triple, quadruple, whatever. Follow our lead. We'll help you turn that Ethereum into cash. Take that cash and store it in a safe value like gold. You don't have to, I'm not saying put it all. You don't have to, but if you want to, great. Still, you got to eat. So yes, you're going to need some cash to do what you need to do. Man, put some of that away. Think about long-term, the future, your kids, your grandkids. Set a the name Legacy Builders. That's what we're doing. We're building a legacy. 50 years from now, when we're all gone, there will be a picture of us in our family homes, each one of us, and they're going to say, "Oh, that was Grandpa Ron that got us those 2 masternodes. You know, that's feeding us. We're getting a paycheck, $50,000 a month right now because of Granddaddy Ron. It's going to go on. Oh, great Granddaddy Ron put that in. It's feeding us $1 million a month right now. Generational wealth, building legacies. That's what we do.
That's what we do. All right, gentlemen.
All right, fellas. Thank you guys for jumping on this YouTube. Again, like, subscribe to our channel. We'll bring you some more information. We're gonna be dropping stuff periodically, so stay tuned. It might be all of us, it might be one of us. When we feel, when the spirit moves us, put something on our heart to say it, we're gonna put it
We're
out.
going in. In order to get something you've never had, you must do something you have never done.
Yeah. Say that again.
Get out your comfort zone.
In order to get something that you've never had, you must be willing to do something that you have never done.
Here's another thing that we all have done. We are comfortable with being uncomfortable. Every last one of us has made it a point to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And if that went over your head, listen to it again, you'll understand. You had to get out of our comfort zone.
You'll get it at about 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the
With
morning.
that, gentlemen,
All right, fellas.
Yeah,
Good night,
good
y'all.
night.
Good night, y'all.
good night, fellas.